So here we're going to have a look at how we can record a lecture in PowerPoint with a camera in it as well. And then we're also going to have a look at how we can upload that to Moodle or your LMS using Kaltura. So we're going to come into PowerPoint first of all. We've got our slides all nice and ready here to be presented. And we're just going to do a quick recording of these slides. So if you look up at your tabs here in PowerPoint, we're on a Mac here. These will be in a slightly different spot on the PC. Then we're going to go to the Record tab and we're going to record from the beginning. So we'll come in here and you can see I've set up a green screen behind me, and basically that's going to allow me to have my video in the corner here, and we can move that around once we've recorded our slides within PowerPoint. And we can also select up here the camera that we want to use. So if we've got a different camera, if we want to blur our background, and then we can also change the microphone that we're using here as well if we want to record through a better quality microphone or we've got something else plugged into our computer. So first step here is to hit record. It's going to count us in. And then once we're recording, we're essentially doing our presentation. So some of the key things here when you're presenting is to make sure that you are not just speaking the slides, so you're actually presenting or acting like you're presenting to an audience. You want to make sure that you've got that same energy, that same kind of passion for the content that you're talking about. So here we're talking about water polo. I'm not going to talk through all the slides. I'm just going to do a quick recording here that we can then quickly upload. But we can move to the slides, and the way that this works is that PowerPoint will keep the timing of the slides and the timing of your recording and your cuts based on when you move to the next slide. So as I move through the slides, essentially it's going to make a short video for each of those slides, which we can either keep the video or just keep the audio, and then we can just kind of keep moving through. And we can also move that little circular face in the corner to a different spot as well. So we can kind of move it around our slide. So here we might move it up to the top right. There's a bit of space there. So we've got our notes in here as well, and we can kind of keep clicking through until we've completed our presentation, which we have here now. And we can come back to the beginning and preview what we've done. And then once we're recording, we're essentially doing our presentation. So the key things here so you can see this is the duration of this particular slide. Once we're all done, then we can, if we don't like our recording, if we preview it and we think it's rubbish, then we can trash that. Once we've trashed it, then we can make a new recording for that specific slide. So here I'm recording slide 1 of 5, and essentially I'm just going to record or re-record the section for this particular slide. So again, we're just doing that recording and doing a little bit of an example here with this presentation on water polo. So I'm going to stop this, and then we'll click X at the top left, come back to a PowerPoint, and you'll see I can move the position of my face around here, so we can move it out of the way of the text if it's in the way of the text, kind of nudge it around, resize it a little bit smaller if we need to, have it a little bit smaller, move it to a different location. We can even use some of the kind of tools in here as well. So if we come to the home button, we can add, for instance, an outline to our shape here. So we use a nice thick outline, just so you can see it there. So we can move things around. We can keep designing within PowerPoint. If we have a video where we want to have just the audio but not the video itself, we just drag that off the screen there. That gives us the option to pull it back in later, but basically it will keep the audio but lose the video. So now if we come to File and Export, then you can see we're exporting currently as a PDF. We're going to change that to an MPEG-4. We've got options for movie and JPEG. So we want to choose MPEG-4. You can see that it's going to export it out full HD, and that's going to allow us to have a kind of nice quality crisp text on screen, as well as our kind of little talking head within the corner as well there. So you can see I've got an option here. It's going to keep 5 seconds for every slide that doesn't have any talking over the top of it. I spoke through all my slides, so it's basically going to use the timing of the video as the timing for the slides itself. So it's going to use the recorded timings and narration for the timing of my slide. So I'll click Export. So now that our export has completed, we can see that it's exported out to our folder here. It's quite a small video file, so only 73.5 megabytes. We can preview that. I'm just going to record or re-record. And this is looking pretty good. Nice sharp text, nice crisp quality. And now we can go and upload this to our LMS, which in this case is Moodle. So we're going to come into Moodle here, and we're going to scroll down to week 4. We'll click Turn Editing On. Scroll down here again, and we're going to add an activity or resource. Now we can add a Kaltura video resource. I prefer to add it in a text and media area. So in here, I'm going to use the little fireworks button here, my Kaltura button, to add my video. So now I'm going to click Add New and Media Upload. We'll go to Choose File to Upload. And from the folder where we saved it, we're going to grab our water polo presentation and hit Upload. And so once that's uploaded, we can hit Save and Embed. And when we save this now, the video won't be ready immediately. There's a little bit of a process that we'll go through to make it ready for our Moodle page, and then it also add things like captions and stuff to that video. So when we first save here, we're just going to see this media is being processed option. To see if it's being processed, we can refresh the page, and then we'll see the video pop up if it's ready. So now we can hit play. I'm just going to record or re-record. Check our sound quality, check everything's recorded okay. The closed captioning won't be ready immediately, but when it is generated, it will automatically appear on top of your video. So that's how to get a video created from PowerPoint into Moodle. So here I've just created a short 1-minute video. I would suggest that if you're making this type of content for your course, then making these videos short, 1 to 2 minutes long to kind of hit key points would be a good way to go rather than doing those much longer presentations. The nice thing about this is that we can also use those captions as well to create content too. So in other videos I've explored how to make quizzes or make blog posts or lecture notes out of the captions from a video. So I hope this is useful. If you do have any questions, then please do get in touch.